The world stands at a historic crossroads on this 30th of April 2026. A single announcement has sent shockwaves through the corridors of the Federal Reserve, the bustling floors of the New York Stock Exchange, and the digital vaults of global cryptocurrency markets. Donald Trump has just unveiled what he calls the economic renaissance of 2026. While the mainstream media is caught up in the political theater and the endless cycle of debate, we at Wealth Blueprint are pulling back the curtain. We are looking at the cold, hard numbers that the general public is ignoring. This isn't just about a policy shift. This is about the beginning of a massive, unprecedented transfer of wealth. If you are watching this right now, you are already ahead of 99% of the population who are still asleep to the reality of the new dollar. For decades, the US dollar has reigned supreme as the world's reserve currency. But in April 2026, the foundations are shaking. Trump's latest economic proposal suggests a radical departure from traditional monetary policy. He is talking about a dollar backed not just by debt, but by the tangible industrial power of artificial intelligence and sovereign energy reserves. To the average citizen, this sounds like complex jargon. But to the elite investors, it's a signal to pivot. Why is the smart money suddenly flowing out of traditional savings accounts and into high-tech manufacturing and automated infrastructure? Because they know that inflation in 2026 is no longer a temporary glitch. It is a permanent feature of the old system. The new dollar policy is designed to reward the innovators and punish the hoarders. Let's talk about the real engine of this 2026 renaissance: the AI industrialization. Trump has declared that the nation that owns the chips owns the future. This is a direct reference to the ongoing Silicon War with China. By centralizing AI production within US borders and providing massive tax incentives for automated factories, the 2026 administration is betting everything on one sector. If you thought the tech boom of the 2020s was big, you haven't seen anything yet. We are talking about an industrial revolution that doesn't require human labor in the traditional sense. It requires the wealth blueprint, a strategic understanding of how to own the machines that produce the value. The geopolitical implications of this April 30th announcement cannot be overstated. As the trade wars with global powers reach a boiling point, the US is moving toward a fortress economy. This means that domestic production is no longer a choice. It is a matter of national survival. For the individual investor, this creates a massive opportunity in domestic supply chains. While the 99% are complaining about the rising cost of imported goods, the 1% are investing in the companies that are building the American automation hubs. Trump's plan is essentially a forced evolution of the economy, and those who resist this evolution will find their purchasing power disappearing overnight. We must also examine the gold and Bitcoin factor in this 2026 landscape. Trump's rhetoric has always been about strength, and in a world of digital uncertainty, digital gold and physical assets are becoming the ultimate hedge. Rumors are circulating that the 2026 administration might consider a strategic Bitcoin reserve to complement the traditional gold vaults at Fort Knox. Whether this happens or not, the mere suggestion has pushed markets into a speculative frenzy. At Wealth Blueprint, we track these movements not because we follow the hype, but because we follow the liquidity. The liquidity is moving away from the work-for-a-wage model and toward the own-the-asset model. Why are the big banks panicking right now? Because a decentralized, AI-driven economy under the 2026 Renaissance Plan reduces the power of the middleman. The traditional banking system thrives on your debt and your lack of financial education. But if the new economic plan prioritizes direct-to-consumer manufacturing and blockchain-based energy trading, the banks lose their grip on your wallet. This is why you see so much negative news surrounding these policies. The system is fighting for its life, while a new, more aggressive era of wealth creation is being born. Your job is to decide which side of history you want to be on. As we conclude this deep dive into the shockwaves of April 30th, remember that the economic renaissance is not a gift, it is a challenge. It is a challenge to stop thinking like a consumer and start thinking like an architect of your own fortune. Whether you love the politics or hate them, the financial reality of 2026 is here. The dollar is changing, AI is taking over the industrial floor, and the global map of wealth is being redrawn. Subscribe to Wealth Blueprint as we continue to decode these massive shifts. We don't just watch the news, we build the blueprint for your future. Don't let this transfer of wealth happen without you.